May 31st here in southern Ontario, Canada. Mosquitoes, sorry. So the Celtic Canucks got the WEF covered. That leaves me free to talk about natural gas and liquid natural gas, in particular here in Canada, but I'm going to have to break it into a few videos. But let's start with our alternative energy sources. I did a video once about what percentage of each form of hydro, or I should say electricity generation, we have here in Ontario. I'm not going to bother with that again. Nuclear, is it clean? Well, I'm not a big fan of nuclear. Your Chernobyl type incidences, yeah, okay. Like the one in Japan where, ironically, it was a CANDU reactor built right on the ocean. They always build them close to water because they need it to cool, you know. Anyways, a tsunami hit it, and it's still leaking into the ocean and will, like, forever, because that's how long the stuff lasts, forever. You don't hear about that in the news, though, do you? It's like, oh, no. So then, the storage. Where do we store the nuclear waste? If you think about it, I bet you 7 out of 10 of you are going to go, well, I don't, yeah, good question. Where do they put that stuff? Well, there's the white elephant in the room. Again, don't worry about that bad waste stuff. We put it somewhere. One of the places we put it is in Georgian Bay. I'm pointing, it's up there. We dug a great big pit in the ground and we put it in there, right in the middle of the largest bodies of fresh water in the world, the Great Lakes. I'm sure that's good thinking, right? Yeah, okay. So anyways, that aside. Hydroelectric, water, dams. Yeah, I'm okay with those. You know, if it goes bad, there's a flood, but it's not like a toxic disaster. It's not a good thing, and it seldom happens. Problem is, it's pretty tough to build one these days. Somebody's going to grab onto a salamander, lash themselves to a tree. You're never going to get the dam built. And the problem, well, and then coal is dirty, and, you know, so anyways, I'll stop there. Problem with electricity is we lose as much as 50% of it in sending it, in traveling vast distances. Like, that's environmentally sound, no matter how it's generated, right? And it does not store well. Electricity doesn't like being stored. Despite these greeniacs with their save the world and electric cars and lithium-ion batteries, you know how big a battery you'd need to stow electricity for your house? Well, it would have to be the size of your house. And how many, you know, starving children are digging the lithium out with their bare hands, and then the nickel gets shipped from Sudbury to Ireland for some processing, then it goes to Bulgaria for some processing, then it goes to China where, you know, the stuff the kids dug out gets all this energy to create this battery, and then it gets shipped back over to us, where at the end of its lifespan, decade max, it's toxic waste. So no, batteries are not the way of the future. And then renewables. Solar panels, toxic waste at the end of their lifespan. Wind turbines, they're not toxic waste, they're just a vast amount of waste of mostly fiberglass that can't be recycled. The only thing you could do to make it smaller would be burn it. That's not environmentally sound. And despite what the greeniacs would want you to believe, solar panels and wind turbines with our current and foreseeable technology aren't green. They consume more energy than they ever pay back in their lifespan. And they don't, the economics are just as bad as well. We can see this in the UK and in Germany and a lot of places that have invested vast amounts in renewable energy, only to find it's unreliable, it's not renewable, it's not green, it's not economic, it's not reliable. So I'm going to leave it here before I go into the natural gas. I hope you'll stick around.